to get in there, just give my boy a cuddle.
Peter? Forward.
Are you coming to see Louis?
I've got a meeting soon.
Just because we're going to see my mum tonight.
Well, I'll catch you later then. In a bit.
Let's go.
I want to buy your first orange juice as a free winner.
Sorry.
All right.
See you in a bit.
See ya.
You all right?
Hiya.
Paul Nicholas, known for his role in EastEnders, takes on a new persona as the Old Major in Fawlty Towers' stage adaptation. John Cleese spearheads the production. Meanwhile, in EastEnders, Jacqueline Jossa's character Lauren grapples with secrets and guilt, paralleling her father's traits, leading to dramatic tensions and revelations at Whitney's engagement party. Paul Nicholas, the star of EastEnders' Gavin Sullivan, is utterly unrecognizable after landing a job in Fawlty Towers. The popular sitcom Fawlty Towers has been adapted for the stage, with Paul Nicholas portraying the elderly Major. Paul Nicholas, an Eastender, becomes almost unrecognizable in a brand new Fawlty Towers role. The 79-year-old actor last appeared on film in the 2016 episode of the BBC One serial opera Gavin Sullivan, which portrayed Kathy Beale's ex-husband and the real father of Sharon Watts. However, the more seasoned TV viewer may remember the well-known actor from his time as Vince Pinner on the beloved 1980s series Just Good Friend. Decades later, Paul lands a new role in the stage version of his BBC hit series Fawlty Towers, playing the foolish old Major. Comedy icon John Cleese, who played Basil Fawlty in the sitcom, has now adapted it for the stage. The show first aired on the BBC between 1975 to 1979. Tickets for the Apollo Theatre's current run of the West End stage adaptation start at £17 on Ticketmaster. Paul, who is 79 years old, is still a committed actor despite having starred in a large number of different television series throughout the years. Paul reportedly stated, "Well, I'm at that stage in my life where Peter Pan is no longer an option," to the Mail Online. "These kinds of parts come along for me at my age. I recently played Colonel Pickering, so it's not too different." Although John Cleese believes Fawlty Towers the play will be fantastic, he advised fans to see it in June, after the actors had gotten used to the cadence of the audience's laughter and the new Basil Fawlty had overcome his anxiety about taking on such a famous character. Before the show's previews began, the comedian observed the actors of the stage adaptation of the beloved sitcom going through final preparations and provided a sneak peek at 2 sequences to the media. He continued, "I thought that was awfully good. That is the first time they have done it in front of an audience, and the problem with comedy is the laughter." Jacqueline Jossa of EastEnders talks about Lauren Branning's fear of becoming her father Max. Jacqueline Jossa, an actress, offers her opinions on Lauren's recent actions. In the near future, Lauren Branning from EastEnders will have a lot of explaining to do. Lauren was a longtime best friend of Whitney Dean on the BBC One soap opera, and she helped her through her most recent struggles when she returned to Walford earlier this year. Lauren found herself turning to Whitney's boyfriend Zach Hudson, who was feeling just as estranged, after they had a heated argument about Whitney's actions. The two had a one-night affair. When Bianca Jackson, Lauren's cousin, found out about the treachery, she became enraged with the couple but decided to keep it a secret in order to preserve Whitney's happiness and health while she was pregnant. However, following their unexpected engagement, the drama seems destined to blow up at Whitney and Zach's joint Sten event next week. Actress Jacqueline Jossa talked about how Lauren is handling the falsehoods and secrets in a recent interview that was made public by RadioTimes.com and other media outlets. How is Lauren handling her feelings of remorse over having slept with Zach? For Lauren, I believe it happens in waves. At times, she wants to bury it and carry it to the afterlife. All she wants is for Zach and Whitney to be happy and act as though nothing happened. Then Lauren experiences a surge of, "I'm not my dad," that makes her want to come clean and reveal the truth. She wants Whitney to be happy and feels that she deserves more than a partner like Zach and a best friend like Lauren. Lauren expresses regret almost immediately after it occurs. Does Lauren's dread of becoming like her dad, Max, come through in this way? It does, indeed. It's hilarious because I happened to stumble into a 2012 episode from the BBC iPlayer archive, and Lauren was having a moment while intoxicated and said, "I'm going to be just like my dad." I exclaimed, "OMG, she really has." Lauren's regret stems in large part from this, as does the reason behind her initial actions. She understands that she is capable of being a wonderful person, but she gets that from her dad. When she is upset, she wants to hurt other people. She pushes herself too far, but because she has Tanya's conscience, she instantly regrets it. After the act is over, Zach and Lauren both wish it had never occurred. It's unfortunate because all they were was friends. When Bianca learned, she smacked Lauren. Is Lauren's already dire condition getting worse because of Bianca's involvement? Bianca gave a famous slap. I was ecstatic to read that script. The consequences of Lauren and Zach betraying Whitney are incredibly creative, thrilling, and masterfully executed. The icing on the cake is Bianca's discovery, as Lauren is genuinely afraid of her. Although Lauren is afraid of few people, Bianca is one of them, and I believe Whitney would be next on Lauren's list of persons she would rather not mess with. After having a falling out with Bianca, how does Lauren feel when Whitney asks her to be her maid of honor? I felt terrible filming it myself, so it's really difficult for Lauren. It's one of those circumstances where you think, this is wrong, I can't be here. Lauren has to cooperate because she loves her friend and wants to see her happy, and she knows that Whitney would notice if she acts strangely. However, Lauren's ultimate goal is definitely to return to New Zealand at that particular time. Does she think that this will push Bianca too far? Of course. She's walking carefully because she doesn't want Whitney to know, but she also doesn't want to put Bianca under too much pressure to come clean in a typical Eastenders fashion. Lauren is well aware that it could occur at any time. Do Lauren and Zach share a fear of losing everything? Lauren would also lose a great deal, even though Zach might lose everything. For nearly 14 years, Lauren and Whitney have been best friends, and they even share some family ties. It was so dumb, I really feel horrible for them both. It wasn't as if there was lust and that it would develop into a serious relationship. It was just two people in a terrible situation who chose the worst course of action and had to bear the repercussions. Their father issues are mutual. Lauren's story has a significant arc, and Max has a big impact on everything she does, both positively and negatively. In happier times, she thinks, I don't want to be anything like him, yet in less happy times, she finds herself like Max more and more. How does Lauren's attempt to express her misgivings about Zach to Whitney backfire? Lauren has been supporting Zach and being his biggest fan ever since she returned. She insisted, for example, that Whitney tell him about Brittany. Thus, this abrupt shift to, he's not good enough for you, seems strange. Whitney interprets that as envy because Lauren isn't in a relationship, and there may be some truth to it. How did they sneak into Bianca's taco van locked up? When Penny notices that Lauren is clearly upset over something, Lauren panics and tells her that her quarrel with Whitney is pointless. However, Penny takes matters into her own hands and locks them in the taco truck to solve their problems because it's Whitney's hen do. She believes they'll come out and dance the night away when they're ready. However, things don't work out that way. When Whitney bursts her waters, does Lauren freak out? She is thinking about so many different things at once. She needs to try to calm Whitney down, but more importantly, they need to go since they don't want Whitney to give birth in a taco van. And there's the terrifying possibility that, having slept with her fiancé, she might give birth to Whitney's child. But in the end, Whitney and the baby's safety are all that matter to her. Please subscribe our channel.